going on? Rob Fish here for BikeBandit.com. And if you don't know of Scorpion, come out from under your rock and join the club, because this is awesome gear. They have a very, very famous glove, Scorpion EXO, called the SG3, and that's the full gauntlet kind of track mentality version of this little gem, and this is the SGS for short. Almost all the same features, literally you just cut off the top of the glove. You still have a 100% cowhide body, double stitched, double layered. You still have a lot of the same features, like I say, that transfer over. Let's dive in. Short cuff, so you just have a single entry closure up at the wrist. Okay, but what you have, a lot of the same features. This is crazy. How they bring this to you at this price point, I'm not sure. Whatever you're riding, they have a color to match it. And unless you've got huge paws like this, there's a size that'll fit you. It's as easy as that. These two little gems, this is Knox SPS system. So you have at the base of your thumb a little bone called a scaphoid. And it is about that big, depending on how big you are as a person, but it is teeny tiny and it is fragile and it is brittle. And what happens to us as humans, it's just an instinct thing, excuse me. When you fall, your eyeballs get this big and you put your hands out. Think of when you were roller skating as a kid, right? What happens is there's that fraction of a second where your hand hits the ground and it stops. It doesn't instantly go. And that is enough to push the force and snap that little scaphoid. I know people from the racetrack days, 2 years to actually heal that bone. And it is, it's brutal. It's brutal because it is so small and so delicate that it really never gets a chance to heal because it's in your wrist. It's what gives you dexterity and mobility. So what that does is they're hard plastic, placed in the landing zone, if you will, and you just hit and slide. Little technologies brought to you, and at this price point, again, blows me away. You will notice, let's just keep on that armor mentality. This is TPU armor knuckle, but you'll notice that it's tapered, so it's a little bit shorter on your pinky and more pronounced on your index and middle fingers, right? So that's, again, hard armor, but if you'll notice here, this little panel and that panel, that's an expansion panel because it sits on its own. So you have fantastic articulation and mobility. These were brand new, right out of the packaging, right before we're shooting this video, and they're comfy. Broken in right out of the get-go. I'm a large, these are large, and they fit like a champ. The cowhide will be in between your fingers, perforated, and what you'll have is on your two middle fingers, perforations. Just a little bit of airflow, keep it cool. Again, it's a shorty glove, so you're going to be cool already to begin with. You have elasticized panels, here even on your thumb, and on the back of your hand. So this glove moves and grooves right along with you. This thing's awesome, pretty stylish. And you might be thinking to yourself, hey, what are these little gray patches? Those, my friends, that's a product called SuperFabric. Developed basically kind of for the military and law enforcement SWAT team mentality abuse, and it has a higher abrasion resistance than asphalt. This stuff, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, here's a fair warning, do not take these gloves off and just throw them on your gas tank of your bike or the tail, because it'll take the paint right off. It is that abrasive. But you want that kind of abrasive response from a material so you can hit the ground and you just slide. Knox SPS and SuperFabric. That's a wicked combo of awesome. You're going to notice on the palm, because again, let's talk about the basic chassis. 1, 2, and even 3 layers of leather. It's going to be done with a Kevlar stitching. It used to be that almost all the stitching of all motorcycle apparel was nylon. Well, nylon's a petroleum product, and as it hits the ground at speed, it gets hot and it basically melts, and there went your sleeve. That's not doing you a whole lot of good. So what they've done is used Kevlar because it handles heat a whole lot better and it's incredibly strong. Plus with a yellow contrast, it kind of just looks cool. Just saying. This is a little gem right here. You've got extra, temper foam, air panels and stuff, and even under those knuckles under the SuperFabric, super well thought out. Love this thing. SGS from Scorpion. Again, it's like the little version of the SG3. External seams on your palm, on your fingers, so you don't have that pinching and binding with internal seams. You should put them in your shopping cart right now and get riding. Scorpion, EXO, SGS glove. But maybe you have a question, so you should pick up the phone and call us. You should send us an email. You can click on the support tab. It goes right to the sales guys. They'll get you right and easy and dialed in. Just like that. I'm Rob Fish. We're BikeBandit.com, and we love you. So you should like us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Thanks for watching. We'll see you riding.